Good afternoon, members of the media and the listening public. Minister Wayne Keynes will now give an update on Hurricane Humberto. Thank you.
Good afternoon to the press corps. Hurricane Humberto is now a Category 2 hurricane and is forecasted to continue to track towards Bermuda. We just completed an EMO, Emergency Measures Organization briefing, and I, in my capacity as chairman of that organization, we have decided the following. Everyone should be off the road here in Bermuda by 7 p.m. Wednesday evening. All public schools will close Wednesday afternoon at 12 p.m. Again, all public schools will close Wednesday at 12 noon. The last ferry will leave Hamilton at 12 noon on Wednesday. All buses will be off the road with the last bus leaving Hamilton at 4 p.m. All government offices will close on Wednesday afternoon at 12 noon. Wednesday, all trash collection will take place on Wednesday morning. All trash should be at the roadside by 7 a.m. No trash will be collected on Wednesday afternoon or on Thursday. Access to the causeway will be restricted to emergency vehicles after 7 p.m. The public are strongly advised not to use the causeway after 7 p.m. on Wednesday evening. The Bermuda Regiment will be embodied. The King Edward Memorial Hospital will initiate their hospital incident command tomorrow evening with increased staffing levels. Ambulances will be placed and assigned strategically around the island. Balco will have members of staff positioned east, west, and in the central parishes. Cedar Bridge Academy will be opened as the storm shelter for those who need it from 5 p.m. on Wednesday evening. The emergency broadcast channel will be live as of 7 p.m. on Wednesday evening and will provide updates throughout the evening. The public are strongly advised to avoid the road until after giving the all clear by the EMO. I encourage the public to keep abreast of all of the latest information and updates of this hurricane by downloading the Bermuda Government Tree Frog app available on the Apple and Google Play Store. You can also visit www.gov.bm and the Bermuda Government's Facebook page, our Twitter accounts, and also our Instagram account for the latest information. I will now turn over to our National Disaster Coordinator, Steve Cosham, for further information.
Good afternoon, everybody. So Hurricane Humberto, currently it's a Category 2 hurricane. It's 85 knots, gusting 105 knots. So we are now in hurricane watch, which means that hurricane force winds are possible on the island within 36 hours. We're expecting tropical force winds, which is 35 knots, to impact the island 3 p.m. on Wednesday, all the way through the evening until 4 a.m. on Thursday. Storm force winds, which are 50 knots, will impact the island 7 p.m. on Wednesday through to 12 midnight. We will get gusts of hurricane force winds during that time, but the hurricane force winds are brushing the island, and at the present time we are not forecast to get sustained hurricane force winds. High tide is also at midnight on Wednesday night, and we know the wind drives the water for maximum damage. Any questions?
About storm surge.
So high tide is at midnight. The biggest winds are going to be between 7 p.m. and midnight, and the wind drives the water. So we are expecting to see storm surge, yes. But we're not getting hurricane force winds at the present time. we're getting storm force winds. So we're getting lesser winds, but it is at high tide.
And could you say if the regiment has been embodied?
The regiment has been embodied.
You mentioned that you're asking people to be off the road by 7 p.m. Will you have police officers enforcing that, or?
Firstly, we can go. We believe that having the right information. We've done this, as I said yesterday. We've done this several times before. We believe that putting the information in the public allows Mr. and Mrs. Bermuda to make the right decision. We're not going to police our way through this. At key junctions, we believe one of the key junctions is down at the airport at the Causeway. The Causeway will be restricted for emergency vehicles. And so we're saying as of 7 p.m. tomorrow night, we want everybody off the roads. That is for everyone's safety. And so the Bermuda Police Service, they have an emergency crew, the Bermuda Regiment. They're going to be embodied, but we are relying on the public to make informed decisions, to have everything in place. Get everything you need tonight. We're in the last phases of planning and preparing for the storm. And so by 7 p.m. tomorrow, we're asking everyone to be off the roads.
Excuse me, Minister, does that mean that we are to presume that the British Airways flight has been cancelled?
We are waiting for that information to come in from Skyport. We're going to be having another press. The EMO will be meeting tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And we're going to be having another briefing tomorrow afternoon. And we're going to be sharing some updated information, not only with the weather, but with some further details with reference to the airport tomorrow as well.
Thank you.
The key information is that that our schools will be closing tomorrow. And the education will be sending out a formal press update directly after this press conference that will give specific information about education.
Any further questions? All right, thank you very much. Have a good day.